I'm a lucky girl, I'm a champion. What did I be more? I'm a lucky girl, I'm a champion. What did I be more? What my time before? What did I be more? What did I be more? What did I be more? Just a thing. When you move fast, when you move standard, when you move advanced, when you move class, I want to move right. I want to more shabby. I want to more tatty. See, they never know me. Why so full of jealousy? Oh, I never know. Say I am the sweetest thing in the world. They never know. Say I am the sweetest thing in the world. Oh, treat me like a treasure. Let me give you pleasure. You will love me. You will love me. Do me like you wanna. Rock me like you wanna. You will love me. You will love me. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm a lucky girl, I'm a champion. What did I be more? I'm a lucky girl, I'm a champion. What did I be more? 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 What did I be for? What did I be for? Treat me like a treasure. Let me give you pleasure. You will love me. You will love me. Do me like you wanna. Rock me like you wanna. You will love me. You will love me. I'm a lucky girl. I'm the champion. What did that be more? I'm a lucky girl. I'm the champion. What did that be more?
Hey, look, this city out of my league. The way you cut my attention, I would have to disagree. I mean, yo, what not believe the things I had to go through just to step on the scene. But I'm here now, girl. Tell me about you. Are you free this afternoon? Well, if you are, hit me up. I'll give you a call to pick up where we left off.
Know you got it, know you got it. Now they hate it, now they hate it. All eyes on you when you're stepping on the scene, on the scene. You got problems, you got problems. You are lonely, you are lonely. Girl, I can be the man of your dreams. Let me be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Let me be a man, baby. All starting with the high and the low, all starting with the high and the low. Let me be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Let me be a man, baby. All starting with the high and the low, all starting with the high and the low.
I'm really good at math, according to my calculations in my other half. You make me lighten up, yeah, you're my perfect match. I am really into you, but you already know that. You got the thing that I can't ignore. I get the warm fuzzy feeling when I hear your voice, girl. Matter of fact, just come through. Bring yo, and you too.
You got it, you got it. Now they hate it, now they hate it. All eyes on you when you're stepping on the scene, on the scene. You got problems, you got problems. You are lonely, you are lonely. Girl, I can be the man of your dreams. Let me be a man, baby. Through all the high and lows, through all the high and lows. Let me be a man, baby. All started with a high and a low. All started with a high and a low. Through all the high and lows. Through all the high and lows. All started with a high and a low. All started with a high and a low.
This is Black Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
Yes, I. This is the Black Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. Karibuni sana to the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby, and this is once again the Black Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. A wonderful, wonderful Monday, the 2nd of August. We just approached August, and I'm so super happy. I do remember just last Friday when we were saying goodbye to July. It was the 30th of July. And I did get to ask some questions, how many of you have set some goals for themselves? Because I do keep on saying, the Black Fire Radio and the Pan-African Bliss Show, as we keep on moving and also getting to discuss deeper matters concerning the African continent and whatever is really affecting us here in Africa. I do keep on saying, when a new month approaches, ensure that you're making some new goals for yourself. As for me, they just began. I can just say so. As for me, my new goals, I just set some goals for this month, and I do believe I just feel some abundance coming along the way. I feel some blessings coming along the way. I don't know about you, but it's the 2nd of August. Yesterday we did get to maybe as for you, I don't know about you, but do remember to stream live with us. We are on YouTube currently at the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st Century Media. That is the Black Fire Network. We are also on Facebook at the Black Fire Radio Station. We are on Twitter, the Black Fire Network, using the hashtag Pan-African Bliss with Joby and hashtag Black Fire Network, and also on Instagram. You can slide in the DM. Tell us where you're streaming in from at the Black Fire Network, as well as we get to interact today. Karibuni sana to the show, and I was just talking about how we get to make different manifestos when the month begins. We need to make some manifestos when the month begins. You need to make some goals for yourself and set some goals for yourself. It's just the 2nd of August, and I do hope, be it you're writing it in a diary or wherever you're writing it from, be it on your notepad, on your notebook, on the phone, or wherever you do make your goals, set some goals for yourself. For me, as I said, they just began. And I won't mention what I just did or maybe what other plans that I have for myself, but do ensure I do keep saying this, and I'll repeat this till the end of my time. Yeah. When a new month begins or when a new week begins, ensure that you're setting some goals for yourself, and ensure that before the end of the month or tuning and listening to the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. It's 49 minutes past 12 in Nairobi. And I do believe most of our Black Fire family, they are listening from the diaspora. And I don't know how many of you are here with us on the streamline. I do hope you are doing great. And I hope you did have an amazing, amazing weekend. Because last week when I began the week, I didn't get to say, I want to hear some positive vibes and some positive vibrations. How was your weekend? Just positive. I don't want to hear the negative side, because do remember, in this life, if you're attracting negativity, that is what you're going to get. Do attract positive vibes. So how did you get to spend your weekend? Personally, I did get to spend the weekend with my family. It was super amazing. I can't complain. I don't know about you, but do interact with us. As I said, we are live and interactive on our social media handles. We are on Facebook at the Black Fire Network Media for the 21st century. We are on Twitter, the Black Fire Network. We are also on Instagram. Slide in the DM, interact with me, and tell me where you're listening in from. And then in Twitter, in the Twitter handle, use the hashtag Pan-African Bliss Joby and hashtag Black Fire Network. As you tell us, how was your weekend? Mine was super fantastic. As I said, I did get to spend some quality time with my family. I can't say that this weekend I was locked in, because each and every time Kate and Spikes do get to ask me, how was your weekend? I was just indoors, Netflix and chilling, or Amazon or something. But today, it's different. I have a different story, but do interact with us. And you can also call us in, SMS us or WhatsApp us at the +254 754 402 730 as you tell us where you're streaming in from. And you can also get all of us on our website at the www.blackfirenetwork.com. And once you log in, you can be able to create your own profile as well and join the Black Fire family. And once you also log in there, we have some amazing, amazing content, because on the Black Fire Radio, we get to discuss matters concerning the African continent in general, because these are topics that nobody let me just say generally nobody gets to talk about. And we've seen so many radio stations from different continents, from different parts of the world, which most of them, they don't get to discuss about the Black lives. But here on the Black Hot Fire family, we are in the Black Hot Fire radio, we are all about unity. We are all about connecting the African continent and the African brothers together, be it in diaspora, be it in Florida, be it in New York City, be it in Texas, wherever you are listening from, be it in Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, wherever you are listening from, in the 254, Uganda, we are all about unity. Nonetheless, karibuni sana. I have so much energy today, and I think you can also feel the vibrations all the way from the 254. I just want to say hi to my Instagram family, because today I'm trying to interact with my Insta family as well. I want to say hi to Real Life. I hope you're doing great. I want to say hi to Janique. I want to say hi to Chada Boy. I hope you're doing great as well. We have Wency, we have Jim Kading, we have Justin, and we have Chada who's saying, I love your smile, lovely smile. Thank you so much. I get to appreciate that. We have Star Faiza, we have Social Kid, and as well, we have Andy Marley. This is one of my fans that I do have, and also those who get to support also the Black Hot Fire family. We have Swahili photography. I'm not good with pronunciation, and I remember when someone was laughing at me about this situation of pronunciation, and I do hope at the end of the day I'm going to be able to pronounce, especially names. I'm super bad at pronouncing people's names. As much as mine is also hard to pronounce, not Joby, because that is just the short form of it. The full name of it is just super contradicting, and that's why I chose Joby as a nickname, or just the short form of it, so that people can be able to pronounce it as well, in a quicker way or in a very good way. We also have Santiago, if I'm not wrong. Hope you are doing great. Interact with us on our social media handles. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are also on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire family, at the Black Hot Fire Network. We have Bakar. Hi, Bakar. Hope you're doing great. Hi, Fakur. And I also have Twizy. We have Karedi. Hi, Karedi. That is one of the pals that I did get to study with in high school. I hope you are doing great. Hi, Money. Hi, Gitonga Brian. Hi, Hakim. There's so many. Hi, Zazie. Is it called Zazie? But nonetheless, karibu sana. Broken Joker. I am Julian. Hi. I hope you're doing great. I hope you are doing great, all of you. Nonetheless, even for those who are joining right now, karibuni sana to the Black Hot Fire family. This is the media for the 21st century. 54 minutes past 12. The time is really not really on our side, and I do apologize because today we did began our program. We started our program quite late because of some, contradiction and some stuff. But nonetheless, karibuni sana. They get to play you Bad by the one and only Josephine, all the way from Nigeria. She's doing the most. That is one of the latest songs that she did just get to drop. And I'm just going to replace just a little bit for you to be able to understand what I'm really talking about. We've been playing, and well, I can say actually that Josephine's songs are one of the most exciting songs that you can get to hear. Capsabet Finest on the Black Hot Fire Network on YouTube. We are live and interactive right now. You can also find us. I'm currently streaming also on my Instagram channel, and you can also get hold of us on our social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram as well. Slide in the DM. I'll be able to read all your comments and everything. But I'll be able to play Josephine's song. This is one of the latest, and she's doing the most. You can get to check our music on YouTube, and I also did get to play Let Me Be Your Man. But for now, let's get to check this, what we are talking about. This is just a bit.
Josephine. When you move stand up, when you move advance,
that is what I'm talking about. That is Josephine, all the way from Nigeria. Nonetheless, karibuni sana. This is the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. You're tuning and listening to the Black Hot Fire Network media for the 21st century, and I hope you are doing great this wonderful morning. We're gonna take a short musical break. Then when we come back, we're gonna be checking what is happening, because during the weekend I do believe so many things that do get to happen in different parts of the world. We have Nigeria, we have here the 254 and other different parts of the world. But nonetheless, this is the one and only Lex the Wolf. This is a song that was released 2 weeks ago. It's called Cold by the one and only Lex the Wolf. Keep it the Black of Friday Talk. We're gonna be right back. Do not touch that button.
Street is icy and froze. Ice on my chest that's cold. Heart in my chest that's cold. Feeling icy, I'm cold. Street is icy, froze. Ice on my chest that's cold. Heart in my chest that's cold. Feeling icy, I'm froze. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. You gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Street is icy cold. I've been on the fast lane trying to get the people right now. Go get my balls, hunting in the jungle, ready for the moon right now. Street is icy and cold. Ice in my chest, that's cold. Heart in my chest, that's froze. Street is icy and cold. Street is icy cold. I've been on the fast lane trying to get the people right now. Go get my balls, hunting in the jungle, ready for the moon right now. Street is icy and cold. Heart in my chest, that's froze. Ice in my chest, that's cold. That's cold. Nah, nah, nah.
I got it, go get it. I got it, go get it. Get it, go get it. Feel it, got it. I got it, go get it. You got it, go get it. Go get it.
Street is icy and froze. Ice on my chest, that's cold. Heart in my chest, that's cold. Feeling icy, I'm cold. Street is icy, froze. Ice on my chest, that's cold. Heart in my chest, that's cold. Feeling icy, I'm froze. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. You gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. Get it. Go get it. Feel it coming. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it.
This is Black Hot Fire Radio.
Get it. Go get it.
Yes, I. Karibuni sana once again to the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name
This is
Zoe.
Black Hot Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
Yes, I. This is the Black of Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. We hope you are doing great and you had an amazing, fabulous weekend. It being the 2nd of July. I hope you are setting some new goals for yourself because, as I said personally, I have set some serious goals for myself, and I don't want this year to end the same. Oh, I don't want that to. But I hope you are doing great this wonderful morning. Please do remember to interact with us. We are on Facebook, on Twitter as well, and also on Instagram. Slide in the DM. On Facebook, you can find us at the Black Hot Fire Radio Network station. You can also find us on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire Network, on Twitter or the Black Hot Fire Network as well, using the hashtag Pan African Bliss with Joby and hashtag Black Hot Fire Network. Interact with us, and you can also call us in, SMS us, or WhatsApp us at the +2547544027330 as you tell us where you're listening to us from and how was your weekend. That is the most part that I want to hear. You can also get hold of us on our website at the www.blackhotfirenetwork.com, and once you log into the website, you can be able to create your own profile, join the Black Hot Fire family, and once you also log in after joining the Black Hot Fire family, we have amazing contents over there. You can get to watch the videos, like, share, comment with your friends as well, and you can also get to support us through our PayPal account. That is at the Mr. Black Hot Fire Network, and also at our website as well. That is at the www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. You can also download the app on the Google Play Store and get to enjoy this amazing vibe, because I don't know if you can feel the vibration that I have for you today. I don't know if you can feel the vibrations, but I am super happy today. I am super excited. Not that I am not happy the other days, but I feel the energy and the new month. It has so much in store for us. in general. Let me not say for me, but in us. Once you set the goals for yourself and you are sure and certain about it, trust me, the universe and the creator of the universe is going to grant you it because you are conscious and you know what you really want about yourself. Nonetheless, karibuni sana. This is the Pan African Bliss Show once again. My name is Joby, and this is the radio station media for the 21st century. Nonetheless, we wanted to talk about what is really happening in different continents of the world. We have in the likes of Nigeria, we have in the likes of here in the 254 as well. But we're gonna start with Zambia as well, which we can see that Zambia has deployed an army to curb violence ahead of the polls. We know that in so many countries right now in Africa, they are holding elections. We have in the terms of Ethiopia, we have in the terms of Somalia as well. We have in the likes of also Zambia right now. But Zambia right now, it has taken a very serious caution whereby they are claiming that, it has deployed an army to curb violence ahead of the polls. Because each and every election that is held, we know that chaos might happen and chaos might not happen. But it seems right now that the leaders that we have, or rather the leaders that are trying to, get into the seats right now, they are predicting what is about to happen, or rather they are trying to predict to us what is about, to come forward. So the Zambia, president, as said, Zambia's president Edgar Lungu has ordered the deployment of military to suppress election violence ahead of the 12th August general elections amid critics and the opposition and other groups. And he went ahead and said, I have allowed the Zambia Army, Zambia Air Forces, and Zambia National Services to help the Zambia police in dealing with the security situation. And he also said that he said troops had already been deployed to some areas in the capital, Lukasa, and would be sent to other areas in the country if the situation demanded so. We've seen that, I can say the likes of here in Kenya, because this is something that usually, or maybe it's feared to happen, because personally I can say, and this is something that I've been saying, these things never lie, and we can see right now in the likes of what has been happening with our president, with the opponents that he had some 5 years back, that is Raila Odinga. We also have in the likes of the deputy president who was elected after the election, which is Ruto. What has really been happening? There's been so much, hatred, I don't know, I just want to say hatred. I don't want to say hatred, because at the end of the day, we don't know if these people are playing with our mind, but there's so much dispute going in between. And it's not what Kenyans, or most of us, really expected, because no one really expected. I did get even to mention this some other time when we had the Rhythm Scoop show. I think that was, excuse me, that was on Friday, where we did get to see that, I did get to mention that, no one ever knew that Uhuru and Raila would ever unite, And this is something that I'm trying to, reconnect, or rather, try to resemble it to whatever Zambia is trying to do. Because we've seen it that in so many African nations, or rather, let me just say in the 254, where I have the full information, where when people are trying to hold or rather conduct elections, so many things come up and so many crises, or people fight against, the opponents, or rather, this opponent has lost, this is our tribe, they shouldn't have done this, they have stolen the elections. And right now, it seems that Zambia is trying to predict whatever might really happen, or rather, whatever might really come forth. But at the end of the day, we hope that the African continents and the African nations, as much as they're trying to hold this, the elections and everything, you'll be able to do it in a peaceful way, not for us, but even for yourselves. As much as we are electing you, personally, I said, and I'm super clear about it. May it go viral on God. I said, and I'm super clear about it. I'll never stand on a poll to go to vote for a politician, because when we're trying to make that, they come to us. We've seen that right now. They're trying to, Uhuru, in the likes of the 254. Uhuru is trying to say that, he has said that unless, it says that, Uhuru tells the One Kenya Alliance team it needs to unite with Raila Odinga if they want to enjoy the State House goodies in 2022. I mean, that is a threat. That is super a threat to me.
To me, I can say so. That is super a threat to the nation and to the common wananchis, because you're trying to say if you don't unite with whoever you're trying to build the BBI with, we're not going to have a peaceful life. That is after we electing you, or you're trying to rerun the president or whatever you're trying to do. So it's quite clear that whenever these elections are being held, or what I'm trying to say in general, when this president or whenever you're trying to elect these leaders, let there be a peaceful election. Even if we may not have leaders who are trying to fulfill their manifestos, let us have people who are going to be elected, and the country remains at peace. We don't want any more people dying, because we did get to see it in the likes of here in the 254. That was 2007. People did get to lose their lives a lot, and I can't lie. Personally, I was young, and I'm super grateful I didn't get to testify on everything that happened. But after the videos that I did get to watch, a lot of people did get to lose their lives. We don't want to experience the same thing. So I hope the government of Zambia, as much as they are trying to say that, as much as the government of Zambia is saying that, or rather the president of Zambia is saying that, I have allowed the Zambian army, the Zambia Air Forces, and the Zambia National Services to help the Zambia police dealing with the security situation. You should be positive about your nation, and that is what you talk about the African culture. You've been spiritually predicting something positive about your nation. But once you are, you're trying to be elected, but you are creating negativities already. That is the negativities you are creating, or rather attracting to also your people. But at the end of the day, I do hope that the Zambian elections will run super smooth, and there'll be no fightings, no quarrelings, no tribalism, no religionism, or rather religious people trying to fight against each other. That is the Christianity and the Muslim, or you find that other tribes fighting against other tribes. I do hope that the nation, the elections will run really smoothly. Nonetheless, that is what is really happening in the terms of Zambia. We move on to the Niger side. They are saying that at least 15 soldiers have been killed in the Niger attack, and it's been said that 14 soldiers that have been killed in what Niger's defense ministry has described as terrorist attack in the southwest of the country, near the border in Burkina Faso. 15 soldiers have been killed in what Niger's defense ministry has described as the terrorist attack in the southwest of the country, near the border of Burkina Faso. It also been said that the soldiers in the Torodi area are of the Tilaberi. I said I'm very bad at pronunciation, and I'm super grateful that Samuel is not here to correct me, because he would be laughing at me. But the pronunciation of some terms, it's really not good with me. But nonetheless, it's been said that it is said soldiers in Torodi area in the Tilia Berry region were ambushed and then hit by in a improvised explosive device. And it seems that matters of insecurities are really rising up each and every day. And while we were talking about how the government should be able to create a policy, or rather something, a construction, or rather just come up with something that will be able to protect even these policies who are living here. Because I do believe that most of the people who are even employed in these armies, or even in these air forces, even whatever Zambia is really trying to talk about, most of these people have families, they have children. So much as you are going on a war or trying to conduct a war, you have a family to feed, you have a family to take care of. So at the end of the day, I do hope the leaders we are electing, let us hope for a better future. As much as we keep on saying that the government will never change, the government will never do this, personally, I'm hoping for a better future. Not for myself. I might have faced all these problems that the government is really trying to create right now, but for my kids. I may not be there one day, and on God, I don't want to die young as well. I want to feed my kids and be able to raise them well with wisdom and everything that the universe will grant me, with finances and everything. But the leaders that will be there, I do hope that they'll make the lives of our children much easier. Even if it's up to you, even if it's your grandchildren, or your granddaughter, I do believe we'd want the same unto her or them. Nonetheless, that is what is really happening in the likes of and Niger. As we move with Niger, we know it's part of Nigeria. And also being said that in Nigeria, 2 women are fighting stigma of infertility. Rather, the stigma of infertility is really happening right now. We've seen that so many cases, and this is something that is really happening in so many societies. Actually, the stigma of infertility is something that we've not had right now, or we've not had like yesterday, or we're gonna hear it tomorrow. It's something that is really, it's been there like years come, years to go. The stigma of infertility is really affecting so many women, especially in the society. You find that so many women are going through stigmatization, whereby other people, or rather the community, is talking about them. But as much as the government might have the resources to help women to give birth, it's quite hard when it comes to the finances crisis. And as well, as much we talk about that, as much as we talk about the stigmatization, we've seen those women, even if they're giving birth, that those who are not financially stable. But we are generally talking about the stigmatization of infertility, whereby I hope the government, because the society is not being able to help this woman in any way, but the government might help in a way whereby you're able to give these people proper mental health, proper mental health care, because these people are mentally affected. But whereby you're just in a fiction, you're thinking, no, am I cast, what is really happening? A lot of fictions are really going in your mind. But I hope that the government, if you are in a position, if they are, not if they were, because they are in a position to help these women, they have the resources whereby you can help someone give birth, or rather give them some education, or maybe some process for them to go through, be it bringing a surrogate or something, which is super expensive because you have to pay the surrogate. But I do hope that the government comes up with so many ways of helping people who are mentally stigmatized about fertility. Because if you are a woman and you are dealing with the hospitality, or if you are in the government side, being a leader of the women, because we're talking about women empowerment, whereby one woman has to come forth and be able to help this women when it comes to this kind of matters, and to stop the matters of suicide and so many things that are affecting the nations and so many different parts of the world right now. Nothing less, keep it the Black Out Network. We're gonna take a short musical break. Then when we come back, we're gonna be talking more of what, because for so long, I do believe for so long, actually, in most of the topics in the Pan African Show, we do keep on talking about the effects and how the Europeans have really affected us, or so many things that have been happening in Africa. And we keep on saying that we need to learn the African culture, we need to learn the African history, but we don't really know what is the African culture and the African history. So today, we're going to be talking and digging more about the African culture and see what is really purpose there, what is the African culture, what is really Africa all about, so that we may be able to understand more about the history, about ourselves, as we get to know more about what the Europeans interfered with our history and our culture. Nonetheless, keep it the Black Out Fire Network. We're gonna be right back. Someone, I can see you saying good morning. I hope you are doing great this wonderful morning. I was just saying that I'm super grateful that you weren't here, but who's God? Who's the universe? He just brought you here in here. Karibu sana to the show. This is the Pan African Show. My name is Joby, and I hope you're doing great. I hope you also had a fantastic weekend. But you can tell us more about it, how you did get to spend your weekend. Personally, I did get to spend my weekend with my family. This is something that I haven't done in quite a longer time. And since my grandma is here, and you know how grandmothers are, they are all about uniting, because these are more of our ancestors. I can say more of our, the connection of our ancestors. And the more elderly people, or the more elderly people than our parents as well. I do hope you did have a great weekend. Personally, I did get to spend my weekend with my family, and it was super fantastic. And I hope you had a fine. Nonetheless, keep it the Black Out Friday Talk. We're gonna be right back. And before that, I did just get to give a hint of our, topic of today. I do keep on saying that we need to learn the African history and the African culture. But have we even for once even talked about the African culture? So today I'm gonna be talking more about the African culture. And wherever you're streaming in from, Samuel, I can see you, and I do hope the rest of the family will be able even to join us before the end of the show, as you get to know more, or rather tell me what you know about the African culture, as I get to share my ideas and the information I have for you today. Keep it the Black of Financial. We're gonna be right back. This is by the one and only female Mincy. She's called Snyder, and it's one of the jumps that we get to play here on the Black of Fire in the Black of Fire and network.
Yeah, it's about time they knew who they were messing with. Don't die the box with my cure with a sledgehammer. Niggas fixing on me, yes, they know it's me that they need. The boy ni makafuka kani sababu niwape nipate niko mtindo kila mahali panda mimea na sikimea nitakoshea kani kiki sijazoea kani mbolea nitawapea ndio nimeanza sijazoea nikizoea nitawakera ni kuwa mada bila kukea cheki uvishe daipo wajue sniper ina the area mimi ya fiber kukereketa mambo way ha wakaholea mti kwea pana decay na kama fish changa mchango tutatokea kimeanza juzi jueni bado sina ujuzi nikani chuki ni mamluki jueni staki mchuzi kunyweni mchuzi washeni mudi hana wori yenye uzushi ni ya uzuni bado kingazi na pondelazi we ukame pale chumbani
Balloon music. The icon. Nashika tu vile nashika ile design. Ile design. Najua unapenda ile design. Napenduka nikushike ile design. Nashika tu vile nashika ile design. Ile design. Najua unapenda ile design. Napenduka nikushike ile design. Niko kwa IPM nimekam tu ile design. Balulu mimi nafanya wana resign. Niko na warembo wa super wanajinai na vile wanakata tamaa ile design. Wameacha kutoroka kirezi wananifollow. One man amini niko solo. Hata wawe fosa makubali hii yoro katoro na pika kiss tu ile design. Niko mana nyoro saniti duto nuoro. Vile ninakamtua na shindwa takudoro. Vile nina flow sigani kuna kasoro. Aiko na uwa kila beat ile design. Biota ukenya na kanyaga. Nitka hizi na matanga. Hawarembo wananisakakasa kana vile voice imeisha zimewabamba. Nashika tu vile mimi ushika ile design. Ile design. Najua unapenda
See they call me Mr. Basket Pass, I go like boy, bobo. I be knocking on your door, oh baby please come open the door for me. I be standing on your gate, oh baby please come outside make we see. I be testing on your phone, you been ignoring my text. See I be calling on your phone, you don't want to pick up my call. Baby can you see say I'm missing you. I want you get to stay with me, come give me love, baby.
Tinkle little star by the one and only Pat the Kid, and of course Ile Design by the one and only Balulu. Keep it the Blackout Fire Network. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Blackout Fire Network, media for the 21st century, and I hope you are doing great this wonderful morning. Even it's been the 2nd of August, and I hope you are set, or rather you're setting some goals for yourself, because I do keep on saying each and every second, each and every time here on the Pan African Bliss Show, whenever a new month starts, ensuring that you're setting some goals for yourselves. Don't just get the salary or get just the finances and you're just squandering all of it, not making some goals for yourself, or maybe investing in something, or maybe saving just somewhere. Just ensure that you are doing something positive, that when you look back, maybe before the end of the year, or maybe before the end of the month, after the end of the month, or maybe before, you're gonna be super grateful for the effort that you did get to put in yourself. Nonetheless, this is the Pan African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. Someone you're saying that I don't know much about the African culture. Damn, near nothing. Nonetheless, that's why you are here on the Blackout Fire family. Today, I'm about to educate you more about the African culture, because we do keep on saying, or rather, you do keep on talking about, we need to know about our history. We need to know about our culture. But what are these some of the cultures that we are talking about? Well, not just the African continent itself. What are the African cultures that we get to know about ourselves. We as the Black people, as much as we need to practice more about our cultures so that we may be able to unite each other and practice it so that the Europeans may not disrespect us any time, or rather again. Because I do keep on saying, or rather, this is something that we've been saying here most of the times with the Spikes and also Keith himself, whereby we've been talking about if we did get to, create a culture, let's say if it's talking Swahili or maybe creating some themes or maybe just something that is just going to unite us and own the power of defeating the Europeans. That is something that will unite us together and something that the Europeans will not be able to take away from us. Nonetheless, this is the Pan-African Bliss Show. Do remember we are live and interactive on our social media handles. We are on Facebook, on Twitter as well, on the Blackout Fire family, on the Blackout Fire Network, that is on Twitter, the Blackout Fire Network radio station, on Twitter, the Blackout Fire Network, using the hashtag Pan-African Bliss Joby and hashtag Blackout Fire Network. And also on Instagram, you can get all of us and slide in the DM as you get to interact with us, telling us how was your weekend, because that is the most part that I want to hear today. I don't want any other part. And I do keep on saying this. Actually, this is the trend of the Monday that I'm going to be doing. I want to hear how was the weekend as we get to discuss more of the topics that we have for you here today. You can also call us in, SMS us or WhatsApp us at the +254-754-402-730 and tell us which meaning from. And I did get to say also, this is something that I did get to mention some time back, and I did get to mention it also on Friday. Make it a trend whereby you need to call us in. Just call us in, tell us this meaning from. We'll be really appreciating about this. We'll be really, really appreciating more about this. Trust you me. Just hearing your voice, telling us you're listening, whether be in Ghana, you are in Nigeria, you're in the 254, you're in Florida, you're in New York, in Texas, wherever you are listening to us from, we'd really be super grateful for it. Nonetheless, today, as I said, we are talking about the African culture, and I want to educate you more on the African continent and what we all about. So I'll just start by saying, and I know this is something that most of you do get, or rather most of you understand, that Africa is the second largest and the second most populous continent after Asia in both cases, and about 30.3 million kilometers, including adjustment islands. It covers 6% of the Earth total surface area and 20% of its land area, with 1.3 billion people as recorded. That was on 2018. So Africa, we have about 1.3 billion people. That is generally in Africa. 1.3 billion people in Africa. And it's also been said that it accounts for about 16% of the world's human population. So it's the second largest and second most populous continent, with about 1.3 billion people in Africa, and that is in numbers, or in census. That is what they do get to say in the government or in the politician way. And it's also been said that Africa total land area is approximately 11,724,000 square miles, and the continent measures about 500 miles from the north of the south, about 46 miles from the west to east. I hope you did get to understand from there. I'm going details by details so that we may be able to understand Africa itself, its cultural foods, everything about it. And at the end of the day, we do need to understand what is what the African continent, or what we're really all about. And it's been said that the flavors of Africa, it's across the North Africa, the traditional foods are still prominent: olive oils and olives, preserved butter, floral scents, preserved lemons, especially lemons. Like I said, this is something that we get to use, especially in Africa. Lemons. This is one of the most, the African flavors, lemons, and harissa sauce. Harissa sauce, I do believe that, the heat of the North Africa, available as a chill paste or sauce, garlic, onions, oranges, dates, figs, and lamb our universe, lamps of the universe. And we also do have the facts about the African culture. That is one of the most things that I do want you guys to know about. You're saying that I think you guys actually are the largest continent. Not sure about the population. I also do think the population might be alive. 1.3 is quite little because we have the children. You have so many kids actually, because if they did get to say that 15 million students, 15 million students did get to report in schools, what about the adults that are also in the continent? So I do think the population is being lied about, but we are the largest continent in Africa. I don't even believe in Asia, or maybe coming the second largest in after Asia, but we are the largest continent. That is the fact about Africa. It's also been said about the facts about the African culture, that you'll find unique plants in South Africa. So I do believe when you go to South Africa, you're gonna find different, unique, kind of plants. When you come here in the 254, you're gonna also find different kind of plants. When you go to Tanzania, you're gonna find other different plants, because I do believe each and every country, especially in Africa, we have different farming. And I do keep on saying, or rather, this is something that we generally know, that Africa is the one of the richest country in the whole world. We have resources in terms of farming, in terms of the natural resources that we have, in terms of plantation. So many things we have that other European countries, or maybe the European countries, do not really have. So when you go to South Africa, when you come here in the 254, when you go to Tanzania, when you go to Nigeria, you're gonna find different parts, or rather different types of plantation, and different types of trees or something. And it's also been said that Africa is a home of 5 famous record-breaking animals. I don't know which animals are these, but I'm gonna do the research and ensure that I'll let you know tomorrow. That is an assignment that I have for myself, and I'll ensure that I'll let you know the 5 animals which are the famous record-breaking animals in Africa. But I do believe one of them is the lion, if I'm not wrong. And we also have in the likes of the elephant, and we also have in the likes of rhino, if I'm not wrong. But I do believe the most famous is the lion. We have the elephant and the rhino, if I am not wrong. That is super sure. And I'm gonna just do a confirmation about that, and I'll let you know tomorrow. That is a sure bet. And in case I forget, and I'll hope that I won't be able to forget, someone be able to remind me, because you are the only one who is here with us in the streamline. And we also have in the likes of they are believed to be around 300 different African tribes. So we have about 3,000, sorry, not 300, but 3,000 different African tribes. So when you go to Nigeria, you're gonna, in the 254, we have about 40, is it 47? We have 47, if I'm not sure. Is it 56 or 47? Let me just check on that, but I do believe if it's not 56, it's 47. How many tribes do we have in Kenya? How many tribes we have in Kenya? Let me just check on that, then I inform you what is really what we are really talking about. Yeah, we have 42 tribes, not 47, sorry, but we have about 42 tribes here in Kenya. So when you go to to Nigeria, we're gonna find maybe about different numbers of tribes. When you go to Tanzania, you're gonna also find a different number of tribes. And when you go to also Uganda, or even different country, in Ghana, in Morocco, in Gambia, in Equatorial Guinea, you're gonna find different numbers of the tribes. So in the 254, we have 42, and I don't know about, I think in Nigeria it's about, I don't know, 66, if I'm not sure, but I'll confirm about that. But nonetheless, that is what we have, the facts, most of the facts that we have about the African culture. We also have the Africans were among the first people to mummify the dead. I don't know about this, but dead, according to the biblical history. I wish Keith was here, but according to the biblical history, we did get to see that death was, it came after Adam and Eve did get to disobey God. But I had something for you actually, which has just led us to this. I wanted to share this. It's a video which I'll not be able to share on the screen because it's on my phone, but I'll be able to share the sound for you to be able to understand what I'm really talking about. The Africa were the first amongst people to mummify the dead, and something that did come about that was, where did the races come from? And how did we Africans, or even the whites, how are whites really found, in the African continent? Yeah, or rather, how in general, how did the, how did the racism really come about? But I'll be sharing the video, and you'll be able. Let me just share the sound, and you'll be able to understand.
That Neanderthals did exist, which then the Neanderthals began to have kids. And not only that, were those people.
So I'll just share from the beginning.
Can't believe in the Bible answer these questions. Now, only one answers. I don't need no you lost or you dumb or none of that shit. Just answer my questions, please. Now, all these answers should match because y'all all believe the same book. So in the Bible, it says Adam and Eve was the first people on this earth, right? But then how did all other races evolve? If two Caucasian people or whatever race they was, how could they possibly make other races? And Betty.
So what he's really talking about, what he's really asking about is that Adam and Eve, when we see in the movies, or what we see in the movies, or even in the cartoons, in the animations, that Adam and Eve, when they were created, they were white. So the question of this black person, it's a black person, and I wish I could show it I can't show it really in the screen. I don't know if I can show it, but yeah, you can see it's a black person. He was really asking, how is it that, where did racism come from? Because the first people to be created were white, which is Adam and Eve. So how do you tell that from the beginning of the creation, racism did come from the white? And which really brings us to the,
how could they possibly make other races?
Which brings us to the African facts about the African culture, that, Africans were the first people to mummify death. I'm really loving the topic of today, but let me just share the sound, and you'll be able to understand what the girl would tell us.
Make other races? And better yet, wouldn't we all be related? Another question, Noah's Ark.
My guy, honestly, it kind of makes me sad how nobody in the comments can answer this man's questions, but I can. All right, so first what you messed up at is when you brought up Adam and Eve and saying how two Caucasians can make other races. Let's start off by saying Adam and Eve was not white, they was not Caucasian. But two black people can make other races, which is called the Eve gene. You can just go read up on that yourself. Not to mention the oldest bone found in the world is from a black woman.
I don't know if
now let's get to the book of Enoch, which was taken out of the Bible. The book of Enoch was taken out of the Bible because it was rejected by the Jews, because it contained prophecies pertaining to Christ. Now let's get into how other races was really made while using the Bible. Scientists honestly proved that the Bible was real without even knowing it, honestly, when they found out about the Neanderthal DNA. I do not know if y'all know about the fallen angels. Everybody in this world was black to start off with. The fallen angels were sent down here to watch over the people, but instead they started having sexual intercourse with the people. With the fallen angels having sexual intercourse with the people and disobeying God, they had kids and created giants, which then giants started to have kids, which created Nephilims. And when the Nephilims began to have kids, they created Neanderthals, which scientists proved that Neanderthals did exist, which then the Neanderthals began to have kids. And not only that, where those people was living, there was a lot of sun. The Neanderthals couldn't take the heat, so they hibernated to the Caucasus Mountains, which then the Neanderthals began to have kids, which began to create this. Caucasians were made, not born. It's a mutation. Also, and since you talked about the bloodline, God speaks about how after the third or fourth generation, you lose a certain bloodline. Kind of like if a black person have a kid with a white person. That kid is 50% black, 50% white.
Yep.
Then say that kid goes back to a black person. Now that kid is going to be 75% black, 25% white. Then after that kid goes back to a black person, that kid is still going to have an itsy bitsy piece of white DNA. But after that kid goes back to a black person, the white has disappeared and is soon to go back to its natural race. So sooner or later, that whole bloodline will be wiped out. So think about where that bloodline will be at after thousands of years has passed. You had a lot of questions, so now I got to make a part 2.
Yeah, so that is one of the things that I did. I was super anxious to share about, and I do believe, rather, I'm super grateful that the topic of today has really led us to this video that I did want to share with you, family. So what do you really think about it? Is it that the Caucasians, the whites, were really created, or are they really made? Because the chick is trying to explain to us that racism did not come from Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve, no one ever clarified that Adam and Eve were white people or black people. So the black guy was trying to ask that, where did racism really come from? But nonetheless, that is not the topic of today. But you can also give a hint about it, what you really think about the question and everything about whereby it's saying that Africans were among the first people to mummify the dead. So is it Adam and Eve that really did get to mummify the dead? Were they black people or were they white people? And I really do wish that Keith was really here with us today, because I do get to learn about, rather more a lot, about the African continent and about the African cultures, or even more about myself that I do not know. And, from Keith, we do get to learn a lot. But personally, I do want to understand from Samuel, and whoever is also with us here on the streamline. We get to appreciate you taking your time to interact with us and joining us in the streamline. We are not taking you for granted. It's also been said, another factor about the African culture, is said that all human history, actually in general, all the human history has its roots in the Africa, and that is super true. I do believe that, because even before the colonization and everything, how the whites did come and interact with us, or rather tamper with everything in general. They did get all the history, even with their own history. It's all from Africa, based with the African history, all based with the African continent in general. And that is the fact, rather the most facts about the African culture. It's also been said that Africa used to be joined to other four continents. I don't know more about that, but please, who really knows? Keith,
Man,
good morning.
good morning. How are you doing?
Hello, Keith.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay. A little
I'm
tired, but I'm all right. How are you doing this morning?
I'm sorry. How was your weekend? I'm doing great personally.
It was right. Right. Oh yeah, it was a good weekend. I was checking out the new chat room with the family yesterday and Saturday. We had movie night on the network. So on the network we had movie night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did a show, but YouTube kept interrupting the show, and we also did a movie. You guys got mad about the movie. Samuel, did you come to the movie night Saturday? I thought it was I wanted it to be fun. I asked you Negroes, what should we watch? The first movie was stupid. First movie was dumb, but you know, I like to see crackers kill each other. I thought it was going, the devil, and shit would even, but those movies don't scare me. But I wanted to be, and I find them funny. But it wasn't no good. The Conjuring. But the second
Yeah.
movie was pretty good. Second movie was pretty good. That Tomorrow War, and then he had a makeshift chat room. The new chat room was nice. The
Mm-hmm.
new chat room on the network, much better than YouTube. So I gotta
Well,
have you guys. Yeah, I gotta have
I,
you guys go over there, register on the site, and family, we got push notifications too. When you go on the site, make sure you register so you get all notifications. So when we go live on the network, we're live on the network. Most
mhm.
shows are gonna be moving off of YouTube and Facebook and over to the network.
Well,
It's something. Go
I
ahead.
was just saying, they say that one of the African one of the Africans say that I know is that they say if you are talked about, you're not gonna die anytime soon. I was just mentioning it right now and saying, saying to someone, because we are here with him on the streamline, and he's saying that he did get to enjoy the movies, but he fell asleep. I was just saying, I wish Keith was here to, get to clarify to us everything that I was talking about today. So I was just talking about the African culture, because we keep on saying we need to learn the history and the African culture. But what is the African culture that we need to know about ourselves? So I did get to
But
mention some
most,
stuff.
well, most Africans think that they're separate. They Europeans came in and created these countries, like
Mm-hmm.
like the country. I always laugh when I don't think Spicy knows this. If you talking about the country Eswatini, let's say Eswatini or the name Swaziland, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Swaziland country in southern Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those people, that tribe came from Kenya.
Yeah.
They migrated from Kenya to southern Africa. So the Kenyan wouldn't know that those people came from the Kenyan region of Africa. Oh, those are Southern Africans. They're different. Hey, dummy. No, they came from Kenya. About 400 years
So,
ago,
so
they moved down. Go,
I was
go ahead.
I was just giving some, facts about the African culture, and there's some video that I did get just to play just a minute before you joined in, and I want you to clarify this. How true is this? And as I get to understand, more about this, let me just play it and tell me
Okay.
how true
All right.
really it is. All right.
All right.
If you believe in the Bible, answer these questions. Now, I only want answers. I don't need no you lost or you dumb or none of that shit. Just answer my questions, please. And all these answers should match because y'all all believe the same book. So in the Bible, it says Adam and Eve was the first people on this earth, right?
You got to share your screen, Joey. Are you sharing your screen, sweetheart?
Yeah.
You have to share your screen so we can see it.
Right. No. It's on my phone. It's on my phone.
Okay. Oh, okay. Start again. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's on my phone. Let me just play it, then you understand more about it.
Yeah, Adam and Eve. Yeah, all the lies, Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Honestly, it kind of makes me sad how nobody in the comments can answer this man's questions, but I can. All right, so first what you messed up at is when you brought up Adam and Eve and saying how two Caucasians can make other races. Let's start by saying Adam and Eve was not white, they was not Caucasian. But two black people can make other races.
Of course, we make everything.
You just go read up on that yourself. Not to mention the oldest bone found in the world is from a black woman. Now let's get to the book of Enoch, which was taken out of the Bible. The book of Enoch was taken out of the Bible because it was rejected by the Jews.
Because she's right.
Now let's get into
Yes.
Yes, the book of Enoch is older than the Bible. When they start creating that bullshit, book of Enoch comes out of really the Kenyan, what you call Ethiopia, Abyssinia area of they took it out of the Bible. A lot of these books, all these books came out of Africa, came out of Kemet. They were allegories. They were not history. That was the African, since you knew.
Now let's get into how other.
The African knew that African knew that the mind of the European and the Asian was stupid. So they put things in allegory to help them understand the universe. And African knew that the woman didn't come from no man. That's white people made that goofy shit. Woman can never come from no fucking man. Man came from the woman.
I was just talking about the African culture in general, and there's something just that.
Now let's get it.
Let me just finish the video, then I'll get to explain to you what I was really talking about. All right.
Now let's get into how other races was really made while using the Bible. Scientists honestly proved that the Bible was real without even knowing it. Honestly, when they found out about the Neanderthal DNA, I do not know if y'all know about the fallen angels. Everybody in this world was black to start off with. The fallen angels were sent down here to watch over the people. But instead, they started having
No. Good God. They were trying to go with some biblical shit. No. Oh, these wackos, Negroes, the fallen angels sit down to watch over like, no. More confusion, more idiotic nonsense.
Let me just finish.
Go ahead. See, that's how confused when you wake up and you don't know history. This shit right here can be confusing what this idiot is saying. Go ahead.
Which then giants started to have kids, which created Nephilims. And when the Nephilims began to have kids, they created Neanderthals. Which scientists proved that Neanderthals didn't do. Which then the Neanderthals began to have kids. And not only that, when those people were living, there was a lot of sun.
Oh, Joey, please, no more. I can't listen to this ignorant shit. No more, Joey, please. No more. I can't listen to this.
No, I was so eager to share this video with you because I bumped into it. And one of the things that I was talking about is about the African culture. And there's a statement that went by let me just share with you right now. And one of the factors
Wait. explain what that idiot was talking about. That's a moron that was just talking. Let me explain what that moron was saying. She thinks that it's very crucial you understand this, Joe, because she's talking about Neanderthals. African people do not have Neanderthal genetics. So this is what I'm about to mess you up. And all other people on the planet that are non-African, Joby, have Neanderthal genetics, which is an animal. See, this is what you don't understand. Then nobody just become no fucking animal. He's trying to, no, animals were created. So what I told you, when you look at their hair and you go, oh, I love white people and Asian people hair, that's hair of an animal. That's why it has lice in it. You don't have lice. Animals have lice and bugs in their hair because
I was trying
they have. Go ahead.
I was trying to relate because I was just telling about the African cultures. One of the most facts about the African culture, and one of the thing is that Africans were among the first people to mummify their dead. And I do believe, they say that when death was being told, it was from the Bible. When Adam and Eve did get to eat the apple and everything. So I say that the Africans were the first people to mummify the dead, and they are Africans. While we growing up, we knew that Adam and Eve were white people. And where did the term racism come from? That is what I was trying to
Racism didn't start from there. That is starting to mess your mind up. That you believe white people are the newest people on the planet, Joe, but they're new. And when people talk about ancient people, the only ancient people are African. There were no Asians on the planet. There were no East Indians, and there were no fucking Caucasians. So they couldn't have been no Adam and Eve or Adam and Steve, whoever. Whatever made up goofy story you tell it. The story's a lie anyway. The woman does not come from a man. And so the girls talk about scientific, they proved it. No, they didn't. Because it was scientific, there couldn't be no Adam and Eve because the woman came first. The woman is double X. Science know that the black woman came first. Double X. The man is XY. So the man is missing an extra chromosome, meaning he's less than a woman. So that means she came first. You can't get more out of less, Joby. You can only get less out of more. That's all, because the woman is XX. The man is XY. So I couldn't be XY and you come out of me and you be XX. You can't get more from less. I can't give you, but that's common sense. The African has not been, we've fallen so far. The Africans fallen so far, it's mind-blowing. Because I know his Africans, you come from a genius race of people. Not no more. The Africans are morons. But the African used to be a genius. And to fall so far and to talk to a regular African that don't know shit, it's mind-blowing. It's like, wow, how the fuck did we fall so far?
Well, I knew you'll have, I was so sure you'll have some sentiments about the video, and that is why I was so eager to share it with you. And
but the video's bullshit. The video's bullshit. Somebody the video's bullshit. Oh, that's fallen angel shit. It's all nonsense. What she's talking about is inner that she don't understand. She can't pass the Bible. The first Bible's called the Septuagint, Joby, written by the African, trying to teach the European, give them a frame of morality. You have Europeans, what you see in Northern Africa, those are invaders. Those are not the Africans that were there. Those are invaders. Those white people you see up there in Northern Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, Libya, Algeria, those are invaders. Those are not original Africans. So when they invaded Africa, the Africans were trying to teach them how to read and write. And so they gave them a book of morality, which they start creating called the Bible. Look this up, look up the Septuagint. So this your first Bible. Look up on Google, say, what is the Septuagint? Septugent. What is the Septuagint? This is your first Bible. Because it wasn't even called a Bible yet. It was called the Book of 70. Yeah, 70, supposedly 70 African scholars started writing a book of morals for crackers. Teach them how to be moral. Called the Septuagint. And sadly enough, most African Christians don't even know that. So you can say, just ask Google, just ask go to Google, say, what is the Septuagint? So you got to do, just hit your voice thing and say, Google, what is the Septuagint?
It's saying that Septuagint abbreviation LXX, the earliest extant translation of the Old Testament from the original Hebrew, given that the language much
it's not even original Hebrew, so that's when they lied. It's not Hebrew. That's when the Africans were creating a language for the Greeks. Because Hebrew, when you understand linguistics, science, Hebrew comes out of Greek. So they taught them Greek, and so this religion was given to the African children. Because when the white people came to Africa, they said, make us a god. Make us how to do this stuff, black people. You're so smart. So we don't make no crackers, no gods. What is you talking about? And so this is the beginning of Christianity. So they make a book of morality for these crackers, but it wasn't supposed to be historical. These were allegories explaining the universe. So it's called the Septuagint, the Book of 70, and it becomes your first Hebraic Bible. This is where it all starts. That's why you got to know history, and then you won't be worried about the white man's mystery of lying to you. When you don't know real history, that becomes a problem. So it's that's it. That's the Septuagint. They say, oh, written in the ancient Hebrew, but it was no ancient Hebrew. It's Greek, because that's where they get the lie to. You think, oh, these ancient Hebrews, was no such thing, ancient Hebrew. Hebrew came from the Greek. Black people created the Greek language, and then created the Hebrew language for the Greeks, so they can instill this religion on the black children in that area, because the blacks would not accept them as no gods when they were invaded. So you people can't even read or write or wash your ass. Why the fuck will we worship you people? But later on, you are worshiping their ass because you don't know history no more. You don't know nothing about yourself. But he's, oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Joby.
Well, that is the sentiment. I appreciate your sentiments, because I didn't know that those were fictions that the chick was really trying to tell about us, because the guy was just asking, where did the term racism, where did racism come from? Because the Bible is telling us that Adam and Eve were, whites and everything. So why is it that the first people to be created were racist, But I do appreciate that you did get to correct that, because I was hoping for you to get, to join us in the stream live. That was way early, and I do appreciate for your sentiments.
I was sleeping. It's so early. I was still asleep.
Yeah, we are coming to the end of.
Do me a favor. Go with.
Yeah.
Do this. Do me a favor. Go to www.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you guys start this Black Hot Fire Network. Go there for me on your screen. Just share your screen. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me know when you're there. Then I have you go into the menu section. You guys start doing this every time you guys do a show. You have a voice. All right. Yeah. There you go. Okay. X out that. Damn. Oh, shit. What the fuck is you doing, dude? The interstate going about 50 miles an hour. Get your ass off the interstate. Okay. Now, we're what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into the menu section. See the menu? Oh no, not the clothing right now. Yeah, clothing section. What you're gonna do? You're gonna go. Oh yeah, hit the yes. Hit the yes for the notifications, Joby. Hit yes. So you be no. Okay. Now, not the clothing store. You're gonna go back to the menu. Yeah. Now go. Look where it says show page. Now click below the show page. Yeah, right. Now go live stream. Click on the live stream. The live stream tab. Yeah. Click that. Now scroll down for me. Keep going, scroll down. Okay, now you guys see we did the show here last night.
Yeah.
And you see we was on the network last night. And so we made the chat room much better than YouTube. You can put your gifts and everything on here and have a lot of, but I got to learn how to clean it up. Go ahead, Joe. What were you saying?
This is nice. This is super amazing. It's super amazing.
So we put the gifts on there so you can have, G-Man came and did that, so you can put your gifts and everything on there. So, like I said, family, we investing thousands of dollars into us. We must have our own real network where we're not censored.
Yeah.
So, like I said, in 2 more weeks, the social media part of the website should be up and running as well. But I'm gonna have Joby and Kate and Spikes registered to the network, registered to that chat room. So they'll be in as well. And then we start doing the shows on the network. So you guys will get notifications from there and your phones. So I'll be doing the apps on the phones as well as far as Google and Apple. Yeah, y'all got mad. Apple was just hard. I had to give up. It's just a lot of work. You know, me. You know, I've been promising to put the app on the iPhone, and I just got tired. But I'm gonna do it now. I'll make sure the application, the phone app, is on the iPhone and the Android. So, and also on the phone app, it will have live TV on there too. You'll be able to stream live TV. You have all the functionality of the website, radio station, and everything. Clothing store. There's gonna be more patterns, more African patterns are gonna be on there. Not just the logos for African women. Import-export business. We export this shit stuff from Kenya and bring it back to America. So we make an import-export store there as well.
That would be super amazing, Kate. We appreciate that.
Hey, Derek, were you there last night, man? It was a good show last night. We was on the network. Or did you come Saturday? We watched the damn movie. It's called, what was that movie called? The Conjuring. The devil made me do it. about crackers getting possessed by the devil. Ooh, when they're talking about the Nephilim family, we're talking about interdimensional beings. Black people, you're interdimensional. When you raise your vibration, you go to another dimension. So you're talking about dimensional coming to this dimension and getting captured in this dimension, in this frequency. So it's not about you coming from some angel, you the fallen angels, all that dumb shit. Enoch was talking about intervibrational beings, not fallen angels, as he told you. He calls you the watchers. So you come from Sirius, which all your ancestors told you came from, the star closer to the black hole or the paloma of this galaxy. Black people, since you're melanated black, you're interdimensional. You used to, shout out to Dr. Mumby, who's finally learned this now too. You used to know this. Now you've been told nonsense that you died, all these lies from lower vibrational beings called white people. who just
Well,
got here 2 days ago.
well, I hope we're gonna be able to extend the topic, Kate, to the next show. We have the other shows, but for now we want to wind up because we also have Kate's show, which is upcoming
Yeah,
next, and because of time, we need to
yeah.
wind
Much
things
love,
up.
family.
Yeah, but I appreciate for your sentiments, and of course whatever you're doing in the on the website as well. We get to appreciate all that. We hope that everything will be okay, and we'll be able to stream live also on the website as well. Well, for now,
Well,
I want to say yes.
yeah, yeah. I did find that part funny, Sam. All that Nephilim and all that dumb shit. Because black people still stupid about the angels, and they can't get out the Bible. The Bible's made up, dummy. They cannot put that. I don't know why black people can't put that lie down. It's great historically. I can show you where it was created. Yes, I see it's created, but I still want to believe in it. Oh my
We're gonna,
God.
we're gonna, we're gonna discuss much more on that, family. I want to appreciate everyone who's been streaming in. I want to thank Samuel, for your sentiments. You have been really supportive onto the to the stream live to the StreamYard, and I want to appreciate for your time. For taking the time to join in us in the family. We have Derek. Derek Askew, I want to appreciate you as well. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you also, Keith, for giving us this platform and for your sentiments as well. Do remember to catch us on the Blackout Fire family. On the Blackout Fire Network, we have other amazing shows lined up for you. We have the Rhythm Scoop show, we have the African Diary, we have the 254 to Jadili show as well, we have the African Today show as well. Keep it the Blackout Fire Network. For now, I want to say Kwaheri. Thank you, Keith, for your
Harry.
sentiments. Yeah, Kwaheri to you too.
Can we see tonight? Make I tell you my mind. Make I